Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So please bear with me because my marketing coordinator Brooke is off for the 2 weeks of Christmas and I have no one to edit this video. So you may end up getting bloopers along with the market update, but let's just try and do this in one take here. So the sales last week definitely are down, no surprise, but I would say that they are still fairly high considering how close to Christmas we are. So when we look at Georgetown, we only had 6 properties sell last week, which is majorly down from what we've been seeing. But again, this close to Christmas, 6 properties is a great number. And we really don't have a lot of good inventory to choose from. So there's no surprise to me that sales have dipped a bit. In terms of new active listings, there was only 4 new listings. Again, no surprise here. People just stop listing their house around Christmas. So only 4 new properties entering the market last week. But that's another week of sales outpacing our new listings. In Acton, we had 3 properties sell, which is a good number for there, and only 2 new listings. Glen Williams had no sales, but 2 new listings. Limehouse had no sales and no new listings. And the rural market had 5 sales. That is a really big number for rural. For the last 3-4 weeks, I have been talking about how I'm going to be watching the rural market because there is nothing available in town. So people naturally start to go outside and look at the rural products, and this number supports that. I'm not surprised to see a week where we saw some good sales because there's just not a lot for people to choose from in town. And we saw no new listings in the rural market, so inventory should be majorly down there. Hey, this is going not so bad so far. All right. So in terms of active inventory, this number just keeps dropping. We are at 61 active listings. That is so low. And that number would be low if I was just talking about just Georgetown, but we are talking all of Halton Hills. And of those 61, 9 are sold conditional. So we have 52 properties available in all of Halton Hills. And when I looked at the numbers, there are 22 properties available under $1 million. 6 of them are a new build, so technically only 6 properties under $1 million available between all of the areas of Halton Hills. That is crazy. This just keeps getting crazier to me, so I'm really excited to see where the new year goes here. So looking at our areas in Georgetown, we are down to 31 active listings. That is the lowest number I can remember ever seeing. So just again, not a lot to choose from. When we look at our price points, under 700,000 stayed the same this week at 5 active listings, 4 of those being condo, so really not a ton of freehold available under 7. Between 7 and 8, we saw a big drop down to 4 active listings. And again, that price point just keeps moving. The 800 to $1 million price point, we have 2 freehold listings available. We have a new build subdivision that brings the numbers up to 8 active listings, but really only 2 properties available between 800 and $1 million. Our $1 million plus price point didn't see any movement last week, which is interesting. There is quite a few properties that are staying kind of on the market and available in that price point. They might be overpriced, just not... Yeah, they're just not moving. So we're sitting at 14 active listings there, which is still an insanely low number for $1 million plus. And no surprise that we're seeing some rural movement in the $1 million plus price point because kind of not a lot to choose from in town there. In Acton this week, we are down to 9 active listings, which is so low. 4 of those are under $1 million, and then there's 5 above $1 million. So really not a lot to choose from there. In Glen Williams, inventory's up slightly to 3 active listings. Limehouse remains the same at 2 active listings. And where we saw the biggest drop this week was in the rural market. Not only did we have some sales, but we had some properties expire and terminate. So we are down to 16 active listings in the rural market, which is a very low number for there. All of them are above $1 million. But overall, just not a ton to choose from in any areas of Halton Hills. So Brooke is gonna be so mad that she has to edit these videos because I just did that pretty decently in one shot. So new goal for 2021. But anyways, I digress. I'm gonna cut this off before I really screw this up. So I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. I will be back next Tuesday to see what happens this week. Again, I still think numbers are gonna be low, but I don't think we're really gonna see new inventory entering the market. So going into 2021, I definitely think we are going to be in a very serious inventory crunch. I'm really hoping there's a lot of people who are considering over the holidays getting their house ready so that they can list it in January, because I think January is going to be bananas. It is always a surprisingly busy month for us in the Halton Hills market in January. And this year, if we don't have some inventory enter the market, we, I think, are gonna see prices skyrocket. So get your houses ready, enjoy the time with your family, stay safe. I'll be back next Tuesday. Have a great Christmas, everyone.